Okay. This is gonna be a pretty short stream, but I was calcing this fight um, while watching a lecture and was a bunch of review. Um, and the line is so ugly, and I see no way to make it prettier that it is like stressing me out, and I just need to get this done so that it's not hanging over my head like this. Oh my god. So the issues here are the Arcanine that is gonna take 3 team slots to deal with, and then the Furfrou, who I have 0 tools to mitigate the variance on. I have nothing. The only way I have to slow it down is Masquerain Scary Face. I don't really have the slots for that. Does not work as an Arcanine bait the way I need it to. So I just... And the Manectric is the other, like, big problem. So... So I need this to go well. There's a little wiggle room, not as much as I would like. There is some hacks that I could get to clean things up. There is a lot of hacks that could be like run ending. And just need that to not happen. Let me double check that my lead works. And I will just I'll show this on stream even. Let's see, is this gonna pull up the right page? Yeah. Okay. So the lead is Fletch is fire type, so it can't Will-O-Wisp, always going for Wild Charge. Go into Togi. Wild Charge does quarter recoil, so it will take 3 from the recoil, and then double check the calculator. 93, 8, rounded down. It'll be at 79 after the Iron Barbs, and then an additional 12. Go down to 67. Always Flare Blitz because it's a slow, it's fast kill. So I go here. This is 1/3 recoil, so it will take 2. Hopefully I don't get burned here. I'm Rost, so that I can get burned once, but if it goes for Will-O-Wisp on the next turn, which is the ideal scenario, is Flare Blitz doesn't burn, it goes for Will-O-Wisp, and I shrug it off. But, and like, if Tortuga's burned, I'm super hard steering. I have no idea what the plan is. I'll figure it out. Probably some like Iron Barb's chip type stuff. I don't know. But let's say the like second worst case scenario is Flare Blitz into Wild Charge. I know that I'm not dead to double crits. Okay, so now it's at 65 after the Flare Blitz recoil. It goes for Wild Charge for 34, taking 8 recoil, going to 57, and then either Rock Slide just kills here, or it doesn't, Citrus procs, and then Aqua Jet kills. So, and if it goes for Will-O-Wisp into the Rost, or if Flare Blitz burn, Will-O-Wisp misses, that's great. Tortuga's at like great HP, that gives me way more wiggle room for the Furfrou, but this is the lead. The fact that this takes 3 Mons makes everything else super tight. And then the Furfrou, the answer is Togi, just like, chipping it with Iron Barbs, put it down to half with Fake Out. If it gets like attracted and I have the HP to pivot around, I'll do that. The answer for Cario is Manectric. It's an ugly answer because of the potential for Aura Sphere crit. But my only other answer for this Lucario was Hitmontop, who is my only Manectric answer. And then Sawsbuck deals with Boltund, who should come in relatively early, which is good because it's going to kill it with 2 Horned Leeches, which means Sawsbuck should have some HP to play with. I thought about going Miracle Seed on Sawsbuck, but it doesn't increase like the total healing because, it only has so much HP for you to steal. So I'm just going Orin. Let me double check items. So Orin here, Frost, Orin, Cherry, Orin. I'm stressing so much. Always wild charge here. And I can know exactly how much recoil this ends up taking. 14, so this takes 3, and then 11 from Iron Barbs. So that's 79 HP. Click Fake Out. Doing at least 12. This is at 67 HP. This turn is always Flare Blitz. Can never be anything else. Took 9, so this took 3. So this is at 64 HP. So if this goes for Wild Charge, it always dies to Rock Slide. Okay, that's great, that's great. Like I said, that gives me more wiggle room on Furfrou because it means that I can pivot around Attracts a bit more. This will eat Citrus, so it's at 8, then healing 23, this is at 32. Aqua Jet always does minimum 32. This was so tight. I just realized that this might not be Furfrou next. This probably isn't actually. But that is good for me because that means I have a better idea of what health I have when the Furfrou comes out. So this is Lucario for always Aura Sphere. Plan here is go through Fletch to get Shadow Ball. Now I need to dodge crit. I also need to dodge Shadow Ball Spadef drop, or else I am steering. So please. Okay. Aura Sphere does 51. Every crit roll kills. So I'm risking Manectric here. There wasn't a better line, I don't think. Otherwise Hitmontop HP is just too tight. Just please don't crit me. If Lum doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, that's Lucario down. Now it should be Furfru. And almost always return. There's one play rough roll. I just go straight into Togi here. The max Togi takes from a return crit is 36. And then, because of like some rounding stuff, leftovers, Fake Out is doing 3. So okay, this was at 77. 82 after leftovers. Took 8 from Fake Out, 74, and then healed another 5. So this is at 79 HP. Super Fang here. Okay, going for a return. Over Attract is great. I should now... Is that 68? I'm out of crit range. That put it down to 34. Now it is at 39. Smart Strike is a bit more damage than Spark. Another return is good. So now I'm in crit range, but I'm also... I think I might be in... I'm also in most... return ranges, so this is very unlikely to be Attract. Which should give me a safe Tortuga Brine KO, barring Attract here. Do I Aqua Jet to play around it? I don't think so. Okay, didn't go for it anyways. Okay. That was really lucky, I think. So the rest of the fight should be pretty safe from here. As long as I play it safe. This is always Thunderbolt, never anything else. Which is highest damage on Hitmontop. I have 1 cherry, and this has static, so I'm risking Para on every turn. Do need to go for the Fake Out. Okay, that's 1. Do I Rolling Kick, or do I just Mach Punch? I think I just... 2 Mach Punches always kills, but I'm... I think it is 2 Mach Punches because the less damage means more healing on Sazbuk, and either way I'm 2-hit KOing. Okay, no para here, and I think I just win the fight. Okay. Another Mach Punch. Okay, static there's totally fine. Now, Bolton always sees fast kill, never with Thunderfang. which means I can go here. And I live 2 Psychic Fang crits. I do take 3 here, or a +1 Psychic Fangs. +1 Psychic Fangs crit does 73. So I was already out of range, now I'm super out of range. I just click one more Horn Leech. Chose a great turn to crit. This line was super ugly. I'm not even remotely proud of the line at all. I'm a little proud of the Arcanine, but like I spent 3 slots on it. Like I would hope that the Arcanine would be good, and even then there's the Rost stuff. This fight was just a nightmare. This fight with no ground type is just disgusting. So this is a huge relief. Hopefully the rest of the route goes a lot better. I plan on pre-cooking some stuff. I'm trying to avoid planning bosses before I get to them, but I am letting myself, look ahead, like see how it's looking, and like, what I might need to, like, what resources I might need for it and stuff. So I've looked a little at Shell. It's gonna be tough. Looking at the box, you can see that I do not have any of the traditional Slowbro answers. I haven't taken Rustboro yet, so I do have that open. My Dark type doesn't 2-hit KO it, takes a ton of damage back. It's pretty rough, but I found what I think is a safe Slowbro. It just requires having the slots to do it, because it needs both Pokemon to be at pretty good HP for it to work. So I don't know, I might be taking Rustboro. Just since this is like a short stream, not that anyone's watching, I don't think, but I don't know, just like check in on the run, I guess, before I go. That's how it is. I think if this run gets past Shell, it is really good. Like, I have so much stuff that comes online. Got the turtle and the Masquerain Togi stuff for Watson, so I'm pretty hopeful that I can deal with that. And then I've got the Hatterini and stuff like that. I'll get Obstagoon after I beat Shell. Hopefully it's Guts, because I scaled the attack on it. Yeah, I think that this run has a lot of potential if I play it well. So the goal for Shell is I don't want to sack anything, ideally. I'm open to, especially with little spoiler, I guess. I'm not super concerned about preserving this guy. Ideally, the goal is have a Shell that has like very, very minimal wipe conditions and no planned sack, with a Mon that I can throw away if things go badly, because I don't think I can eliminate risk on this fight. So, yeah, I don't know why I left the Pokemon Center, but